There is a romance to mountain living that is unbeatable. It's one of these styles of architecture that when you see it, you're like, you've arrived. You're probably on vacation. You might not be living in a log cabin every day, but this weekend you are, and it's gonna be awesome.
Is there any architectural style more about nature than a mountain home? I mean, the drama of the mountains, that elemental quality of the materials that you would see in a mountain home, it's really stripped down.
This isn't necessarily the home that you're living in every day, so there's this escapism quality to it, this real charm factor to it.
I think a mountain home is about celebrating kind of a grandiosity of scale.
When there's such a dedication to living alongside nature harmoniously, what you're gonna find is a lot of natural materials. So what you're gonna see is exposed timber, very simple hardware.
The textures you're gonna find in these homes are gonna be of the earth. So thinking wood, stone, leathers are gonna be huge in mountain style, and metals such as iron or copper.
I'm thinking about thicker blankets, and I'm also thinking about the furniture. Typically, it's grand, oversized furniture, lots of leathers, lots of plaid, just something that really makes you feel like you're at a lodge. Anytime I think of a mountain home, I'm ready to grab a cup of hot chocolate, sit down and curl up and watch a movie.
Like so many of our favorite styles, mountain style began in Scandinavia, and it made its way over to the New World. And the form of building a log cabin was super simple. You needed trees, and you could do it as just one human, which is pretty amazing. One could do it. I couldn't do it. People could do it. But that way of building grew and grew and grew, really typically in both popularity and size. So as Americans were venturing out west, there were these incredible lodges built with that style.
Winter has touched the scenic slopes of Mount Hood with a carpet of white, so the ski birds are on the wing.
That style of a grand log cabin was something that was created for the national park system. So as people were visiting the parks, they would have been exposed to these really charming log cabins.
In the early 1900s, something called parkitecture came into play.
They're visiting a national park, and that's their accommodations for the night, of these really kind of grand buildings that really began with that log cabin style.
Travel lodges started popping up everywhere, and they were really a good combination of luxurious and rustic. Things like stone and wood were paired with really beautiful lighting and luxurious textiles.
So they would take these trips, and then they'd come back and they'd say, wait a minute, I think we can actually try some of these design choices at home in our house.
The mountain style is extremely popular today. I feel like people are craving that sense of grounding and calm that the forest provides, so it's not only a destination for skiing, but even in the summer months, it's a great escape. Mountain style really provides that escape for people. Mountain style has become popular all over the country, and this home in North Carolina really embodies it to a T.
This mountain home is a little bit different and gets to employ amazing plate glass to really let those incredible vistas right into your home.
Even the furnishings are all there to support that view. There's no bright colors or crazy silhouettes or anything even really blocking that view. It's all designed to get you looking outside. I think in almost every mountain home you will see the fireplace being at the core of the space. It's really anchoring the entire space. As you're moving through the space, you're picking up these hand-hewn beams throughout the ceilings.
It's a lot of extracting the outdoors and bringing those inside.
This cozy bedroom is really centered around taking those views in. They relaxed all of the colors in the space to really have the outside be the moment.
You don't have to be in the mountains to embrace mountain style. This property in Green Bay, Wisconsin, does such a great job of really capturing that elemental quality.
Just looking at this place alone, they get it. I mean, they've done the mountain style, but they've done it in a refined manner.
The fireplace is in the center of this home and it is beautiful. The stonework goes all the way up to the grand ceiling and is just a really great rustic element.
And we've got the exposed beamwork, which is making a mantle, which is wonderful.
I think that's what mountain homes are really great at, is sort of celebrating these gifts of the earth. In the kitchen, there's some beautiful stone on the backsplash. And I love the big stump island, like they've just taken a section of a tree and sort of put it right as a focal point in their kitchen space.
I loved the use of the stone wall with the pots and pans hanging on the back. It was just really country, really cozy, and really simple, which is where mountain homes really started. One of the most unique bedrooms I've ever seen is in the upstairs of this home. They used birch to make it look like wallpaper.
I think the bedroom with its envelope of birch, I mean, you're really like in a grove, like surrounded by a tree. They've really got you in the elements there. There can be so many different versions and references within the mountain homes. For example, this property in Grand Marais, Minnesota has this wonderful little A-frame chalet vibe, very Nordic in its spirit. A-frames are great for big banks of windows. You kind of have a central seating area, and again, these views, these connections to the outside. You're wrapped in wood in this space, and they've also gone more of a wood stove direction than a fireplace or a hearth, which is kind of fun.
I love the simplicity of the kitchen in this home. The really deep forest green cabinets pop against the wood paneling, and by pairing it with a black countertop, it really just settles.
Another fun element in this mountain house were the bedrooms. They have that iconic wood paneling that you would kind of see in the 60s and the 70s, and it's wrapped all throughout the bedrooms. And then everything is just dressed with a clean green throw at the end of the bed. Nothing is stuffy. And it almost feels like you're at this fun camp where, you know, you hang out during the day and then you come back to your cabin and you can just chill and you can relax.
The use of wood is really going to scream mountain. So using it on the walls, on the ceiling, or just by bringing it in your furniture pieces with some really pretty wood.
I also think keeping furnishings simple can be really nice. Think of comfort, think of ease, warm materials, but keeping it more on the elemental side, linens, wools, leathers, things like that.
colors of mountain style homes are going to be inspired by the forest. So really rich, like forest greens, all the way up to pale greens, and then deep blues all the way up to light blues. So you have a lot of range. And if you're ever at a loss, just look outside.
There's just a bit of whimsy to mountain style that doesn't really exist in other styles. It's closely tied to nature, and it's sort of a feel-good style. It makes you smile. I see this as something that just will endure and that people will find themselves flocking to for centuries to come.
It gives you a moment to just detach away from our crazy lives and just enjoy life and enjoy the mountains around you.